Elon Musk. The name itself is a lightning rod. To some, he is a real-life Tony Stark, a visionary genius pushing humanity towards a brighter future. To others, he is a controversial and unpredictable figure. But regardless of what you think of him, one thing is undeniable. The way he thinks is fundamentally different from most people. His success is not an accident. It's the product of a unique mental operating system. The closest we can get to understanding that system is by studying his own words. We've compiled 30 of his most powerful quotes, organized into 5 key areas that reveal his core philosophy. If you truly listen, these quotes have the power to change the way you think, work, and see the world. Let's begin with the very foundation of his worldview. Part 1. The power of first principles. This is the most important concept in understanding Elon Musk. While most people reason by analogy doing things because that's how they've always been done, Musk insists on reasoning from first principles. This means breaking a problem down to its most fundamental truths and reasoning up from there. As he says, I think it's important to reason from first principles rather than by analogy. The normal way we conduct our lives is we reason by analogy. Boil things down to the most fundamental truths and say, what are we sure is true? And then reason up from there. This mindset is what built SpaceX. Instead of accepting the high price of rockets, he calculated the rock-bottom cost of their raw materials and discovered a much cheaper way. This is reflected in his advice. Physics is a good framework for thinking. Boil things down to their fundamental truths and reason up from there. Don't just follow the trend. At a lot of big companies, process becomes a substitute for thinking. You're encouraged to behave like a little gear in a complex machine. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. This leads to the second, and perhaps most demanding, part of his philosophy. Part 2. The unrelenting work ethic. First principles thinking tells you what to do, but to actually do it, Musk's philosophy is one of extreme effort. It's a controversial take, but for him, extraordinary results require extraordinary hours. He puts it bluntly, work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. This improves the odds of success. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you putting in 100-hour work weeks, then you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve. But it's not just about working hard. It's about embracing the pain and failure that comes with ambitious goals. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. Being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death. This relentless drive isn't for its own sake, it serves a much larger purpose. I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness to make sure it continues into the future. The future of humanity is going to bifurcate in 2 directions. Either it's going to become multiplanetary, or it's going to remain confined to one planet, and eventually there is going to be some extinction event. I could either watch it happen or be a part of it. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. And on a cautionary note, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. This grand vision requires a unique approach to business. Part 4. The Entrepreneurial Mindset. Musk's career is a masterclass in high-stakes entrepreneurship. His mindset is one of constant iteration, feedback, and personal responsibility. He advises aspiring entrepreneurs. If you're a co-founder or CEO, you have to do all kinds of tasks you might not want to do. No task is too menial. Really pay attention to negative feedback and solicit it, particularly from friends. This may sound like simple advice, but hardly anyone does that. A company is a group of people organized to create a product or service, and that product is only as good as the people. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. Finally, beyond the business, there is a core philosophy about how to live a meaningful life. Part 5. A framework for life. When you strip everything else away, Musk's worldview comes down to a few simple yet profound ideas. Be useful, be optimistic, and ask the right questions. He says, I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Life is too short for long-term grudges. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. You shouldn't do things differently just because they're different. They need to be better. The overarching problem is that we are not asking the right questions. And perhaps the simplest, most powerful motivation of all. When I was a kid, I was just trying to be useful. From first principles to 100-hour work weeks. From building rockets to building a better future. The mind of Elon Musk is a fascinating and demanding place. His words offer more than just motivation. They offer a challenge to think bigger, work harder, and question everything you thought you knew. Which of these quotes resonated most with you? Let us know in the comments below. If this deep dive into the mind of Elon Musk provided value, please give this video a like and subscribe to High IQ Society.